What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone is having a great day. Today in this video we are doing a little bit of a transformation, but it's really a real simple haircut to do. We're going to be chopping off the top, making sure that he's back to wavelength kind of, and we're also going to be giving him a high taper on the side and back. Alright you guys, so to begin this haircut I will be using my Andis cordless master with the number 2 guard with the lever all the way closed, and that's pretty much going to be the length that I'm going to be doing at the top, because my client did still want it kind of dark on top, so a number 2 guard would be the best way to go. Now I am cutting it down quite a bit, so his hair is going to have to be retrained to go forward and kind of lay down. So once again, I feel like this length would be perfect. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and begin on his side taper, and right here I'm using my Andis cordless T-outliner to go ahead and set in my first initial guideline. And I'm going to be doing kind of like a high taper because as you guys can see, his side lineup is kind of long, so I don't really want to leave the hook right there, because the longer I leave the side lineup, the bigger his forehead is going to look. So whenever I have so much room to work with, I usually tend to go with the high taper. I just feel like it looks better in my opinion. But here I'm switching back over to my cordless master, and I set in my first guideline going up about an inch, and now I have the lever all the way closed. And I'm going to start using like pretty much every notch until I get to the all the way open position to go ahead and blend in the bottom line. So now here I attach my number 1 guard, and I'm starting with the lever all the way closed this time, and I'm going to be going up about half an inch. So now I'm going to continue to blend up, this time using the lever all the way open, pretty much making it a 1.5. And you guys are going to notice that I'm constantly brushing the hair down, and I feel like that's very important whenever you're cutting any type of like coarse hair, because you want to know if you're blending everything correctly. So now here I'm switching over to my 0 guard, and I'm going to start with the lever all the way closed, and there's really not that much that I needed to do with this guard since the 1 close kind of pretty much already blended everything out, but I'm just going in with the 0 guard anyway, just to hit any of the dark spots that I see. So now I'm using the number 2 guard with the lever all the way closed, and this is pretty much going to finish off the taper for the most part. I'm still going to go back in with the number 1 guard and go with the grain, and I'm going to be going with the grain just to make it lay down a little bit more and help the transition out between the taper and the top. Now here I'm gonna go back in just to do like some detail work on the bottom half of his taper, just because like there is some spots that I might have missed, and pretty much going back in to clean it all up. So now for the neck taper, we're gonna be using the exact same steps as we did on the side, starting with my T-outliners to set in the bald guideline. Now using my cordless masters with the lever all the way open, I'm going to go ahead and create my first guideline by going up an inch. So to get rid of the bottom line, I will be using every single notch that's on the side of the master, starting with the lever all the way closed, flicking up about 1/4 of an inch every single time. Now here I have my number 1 guard, and with the lever all the way closed, I'm gonna go ahead and create a new guideline by going up 1/2 an inch. Now using the lever all the way open, continuing to blend up another 1/4 of an inch. Now for his neck taper, I felt like the 0 guard was necessary, so I'm just going to be going in starting with the lever all the way closed and kind of just playing with the lever wherever I need to, just to go ahead and remove the bottom line. Now here I'm going in with the number 2 guard with the lever all the way closed and continuing to blend up, and this should pretty much finish off the neck taper before I go with the grain once again. Now the stuff I'm using right here is called Peruvian foam, and this is basically gonna lay his hair down really nice and make it a lot easier for me to line up, because this almost acts like if I was using hairspray on the hairline. And by making sure that everything is nice and laid down, all the little straggling hairs that are usually like in the front of his hairline or the side of his hairline, everything's gonna be laying down and making it easier for me to line up. So now before I blow dry his hair, I'm going to apply the do-rag on his hair, and that's really going to just compress his hair and force it to lay down. here I'm gonna go in with my Dyson blow dryer, and I'm basically just gonna be drying out the entire top and side of his head. That way, once I go in to line them up, everything will be nice and dry and will turn out real crispy. So now, as you guys can see, the hair is already looking a lot better. So now here, once I go in and apply the lineup, everything's just gonna stand out and make it look real complete. Now for his hairline, he doesn't have the most perfect hairline, so I really wanted to examine it before I went in and set hard lines, because the last thing I want to do is just really push him back. So at first I'm going to be kind of leaving the hairline as natural as possible, but making it crispy at the same time. So now to fill in those little light spots, I will be using my color enhancement, and I really like to use a business card for whenever I'm not doing any hooks, because the business card is really straight, and by holding it exactly where the line is, it would make making the sharp lines easy. So at times when I use the dye, I notice that it leaves the hairline really shiny, and I really just don't like that. So whenever that happens, I just grab my Topic and I just apply a little bit to the hairline just to make it look a lot more natural. So now let me go ahead and remind you guys how my client came in. It was a little bit of a transformation, but really it is a simple haircut to do. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys did, feel free to smash that like button, and don't forget to leave your guys' feedback in the comment section down below. I will be doing a giveaway soon, so make sure you guys have your post notifications on for when I post my next video. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But that's it for me this week, you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.